Hello, we are live now. We will wait for some people to hop on here. Just getting my stats just appearing, and we have a like already before it even started. That's pretty good. We'll wait for the YouTube algorithm to kick in and do its thing. Make sure we get some people hopping on here. Hope everyone is doing exceptionally well. And we've got a lot of subscribers in the last week or so. Big increase. There's been a large spike. If you look at the data analytics, kind of looks like COVID cases when you look at the chart and the views and subscribers. But we got some people hopping on here. We got 4 people now. If you're first joining, welcome. 7 people, hello. If you are first joining us, welcome. We're glad to have you. Make sure you do go ahead and smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. We got 8 people now. Say something in the comments just so we know where you are coming from, and we know that you are here and live and a real person. Say hello in the comments now. 11 people now. We'll do just a quick sound check on my end to make sure everything is running smoothly. Yes, very good. Audio is good. Lighting's good. Everything's very good. Very good. Okay. 12 people. If you're first hopping on here, welcome. You're coming unemployment. So glad to have you. Make sure you do go ahead and smash the like button. I'd be so grateful for that. We have Nicole coming from Savannah, Georgia. Let me know down below in the chat, or it should be on the side, wherever the direction of your screen is, or what device you're tuning in from. Let me know where you are tuning in from. We're coming to you from Long Island, New York, as always. So we are covering unemployment, and it is no secret that we are on the brink of an historic moment, as we have previously covered. But let's just quickly recap, kind of go through how we got here and what obstacles we had to hop through, what bills had to pass. How exactly did we end up right here in this very moment in regards to unemployment? Hello, Christina, $200 employment. Hey, I'm not going to rule it out. It's not impossible. You'll see what we covered as far as what the White House press secretary said. And at this point, it's not absolutely impossible. There is certainly a chance. You can't say it's 100% going to happen, but you can't say the other way. So we will see it happens, but we'll be covering all of it in today's live video. We'll be talking about how we got here and what are the potential outcomes of this very moment in regards to unemployment. If you're first tuning in, once more, go ahead and smash the like button. I'd be so greatly appreciative. And we have Christina also saying she's coming from Detroit, Michigan. Nice to have you on. Very good, very good. Not sure how to pronounce that name. It's the Thoughtbot. Hopefully that doesn't trigger a copyright strike, or rather a violation of YouTube's policy, because that actually happened recently, believe it or not, on a video I made 2 years ago where we were talking about the potential legalization of marijuana, and the thumbnail had me. It was actually just a piece of paper. It wasn't a real J, at least at that very moment. They, out of nowhere, just a couple weeks ago, they said it was a violation of YouTube's policy. Meantime, I uploaded that 2 years ago. So that's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe YouTube is really cracking down. Who knows? Hello, Augustine coming. She is struggling. We understand that. We feel for you. And this very moment right now with unemployment is really a turning point, and will really be an apex in the sense of what will happen and the government's decision. Hello, Gail, coming from Florida. Okay, very good. Nice to have you guys on. She's from Brooklyn. Okay, that's nice. I'm in Long Island. Not too far. Train ride away. Train ride and subway away. Very good, very good. So let's quickly recap to how we got here. How did we get to this very single second in time? Well, the March 2020 CARES Act, as we know, established the 3 new federal unemployment programs. That was the PUA, or Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. That covered people not traditionally that would qualify for unemployment, people like gig workers, people that are not necessarily doing things on the books, freelancers, gig workers, people like that. It also included the PEUC, or the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, that extended aid to those who have already exhausted their state's benefit period, which averages around like 26 weeks for most states. It also established the FPUC, or the Federal Pandemic Unemployment Compensation. That was that $600 supplement, that addition to your state benefits, that $600 supplement. And that's how it was for months and months and months and months. People receiving $600 on top of their state benefits. So quite an incentive, arguably, to not work. And people received that for over a year. Well, what happened was it was going to expire. So the most recent federal stimulus package, the American Rescue Plan, that reduced the supplement to $300 per week to help people recover more of their lost wages. and potentially start seeking work. $300 is still substantial on top of your state's benefits in many states across the country. In higher income states like New York and like California, it isn't much, but in lower income states where the cost of living is lower, $300 a week was still substantial. And that's still going on at this very moment. It's still continuing the $300, but it is about to expire. Now, the March 2021 CARES Act, or rather the American Rescue Plan Act, extended these benefits to Labor Day, but policy analysts are concerned that the date was chosen without consideration to what the state of the virus would be in the US at that time. So it was believed that by Labor Day, surely this would be put behind us. We'd have no problems. The vaccine is going out, and over half the population has been fully vaccinated now, and it shouldn't be a concern. But now, with the Delta variant and a lot of spikes happening in specifically states that aren't up to par with their vaccination rates, it's becoming a problem. And at this point, there is reason to believe, there is certainly credence that unemployment should be extended because of what's going on with the virus. And essentially, now exactly what advocates feared what would happen with the last extension to September 6th is now happening. So we knew COVID, it wasn't going to be over, and it's not. But with the Delta variant, again, rising in places, going back to having mass mandates, we're taking steps backwards, frankly, and ending aid when people continue to need it and rely on it is not necessarily the best interest of the Congress, especially with the midterms, and Democrats have majority control. And, the public health crisis, it could make people think twice about the cutoff of benefits. This could trigger a lot of calls from lawmakers, but right now we're very much focused on Afghanistan. No one's really talking about federal aid at this very moment. We're pretty focused on Afghanistan and the withdrawal of troops and addition of troops. So hopefully that won't be too much of a distraction for the White House and the Biden administration, but that's just the fact that's where we are right now. You're not going to see Biden talk about unemployment benefits, at least himself, maybe members of the Biden administration. Okay, so Augustine is in the Bronx for temporarily, and that's very true. They owe me for unemployment. I didn't get it yet. Okay, hopefully you can get that unemployment that you're entitled to. I assume you mean unemployment. Hopefully you can get what you are entitled to. So it's not clear right now whether lawmakers would support the continuation of the jobless benefits, and critics are really focused on a $300 weekly boost and how that disincentivizes people from finding new work. My thoughts, maybe perhaps we could phase it out, perhaps for people that did make more prior, they won't get $300. For lower income earners, they would be entitled to the 300, and the 300 would kind of phase out, but that would be totally convoluted and complex, especially having to implement that in these state systems. But just a thought, you could also wane out the unemployment benefits as it gets closer to expiration, so that way people do start looking for work and feel incentivized to work. But there is also concern that parents, especially with kids staying home from school, you still have some from school work and from school. That parents aren't exactly able to find work because they have to watch over their kids, and they kind of have to be home just because of the current status of children going to school. So that's something to consider. Many people are just blaming it on the unemployment benefit, saying that's what's causing labor shortages, and that's what people are focusing on as far as why people can't find work. But the fact is that there are many other reasons, and analysis actually shows different, and how that doesn't have as much of an impact as previously thought. So at this point, if the benefits lapse and the $300 boost goes away, and PUA and PUC programs go away and are not here with us anymore, this would essentially cause an unemployment cliff for roughly 7.5 million Americans and their families after September 6th, as they'd be scrambling and struggling to put food on the table and provide for their families. As of mid-July, roughly 9.4 million people were drawing benefits from one of these programs, at least one of them, making up more than 72% of Americans collecting unemployment insurance overall. By nature, people on PUA don't qualify for any other type of unemployment insurance, so these recipients will not have another safety net to recover lost wages. Gig workers, freelancers, people that don't normally qualify for regular benefits, people that aren't necessarily the proverbial employee, they'll have a lot tougher time, because perhaps work that they were able to do pre-pandemic, they still are not able to do. They're still not able to freelance. They're still not able to do gig work, and they can't find it. Maybe their industry has been crushed. Who knows? lots of different scenarios and variations. But those people, particularly people in PUA, are going to have a very tough time, and those could be the most vulnerable and most affected by this lapse of unemployment benefits. Some long-term unemployed people are claiming that PEUC could move over to extended benefits, which is a federally funded aid program that triggers, quote, on, depending on their state's unemployment rate. So that's also a possibility. And benefits have been extended during other recessions as well. If you take a look at other recessions, we've extended unemployment benefits before. They usually kept in place several years into recovery period with the understanding that unemployment happens fast, but reemployment takes time. So this is not taboo. This is not bizarre. You look at the 2008 financial crisis, Congress created and extended emergency unemployment pay through December 2013, at which point 1.3 million people were cut off from jobless aid. But different scenario now. You have the Delta variant, you have the virus spreading rapidly, you still have a large portion of the country unvaccinated, and now you have a lot more than previous recessions. Instead of 1.3 million at that time of December 2013, in regards to the '08 crisis, you have 7.5 million. So this is a much more drastic scenario. This is a different circumstance. You can't really compare this to even past recessions. So you could argue that unemployment should be extended again and again. Even so, critics say that the 2013 cutoff was too early. Even in 2013, long after most people think that the recession ended, it was based more on calendar dates and the economic conditions for some of the most vulnerable workers. For example, at the time Congress let aid expire, the black unemployment rate was over 10%, and the national rate was elevated too. As of today's conditions right now, the overall unemployment rate fell to 5.4% in July, according to the latest jobs report, but is higher among Black and Hispanic Americans. Black people have a 8.2% unemployment rate now, and Hispanic have a 6.6% unemployment rate. So there is little political support for extending the $300 supplement. That's just the case. We're not seeing any calls from that from any Congress members, and you do have moderate Democrats that would also hinder the passage of an extension like that. But that doesn't mean we have to cut off everything necessarily. We don't have to abruptly cut off every single program, every single American off unemployment, especially with 7.5 ready to be cut off. Let's see what comments are saying here. Okay, native language of the Cherokee people by Bandits Bud. Unfortunately, I can't pronounce that. However, it means in English, hello, hello, we were friends. All right, I love that. I love that. Maybe I'll get that on a t-shirt, put it on my wall, something like that. I love that. And unfortunately, I can't read Cherokee Bandits Bud, but that would be nice. Maybe in my second half of my life, I'll devote my time to learning languages in the Native American language. Oh no, he's leaving us. He said, "Good evening, bye." Oh no, we're still going. We're still going. Hello, Professor Jesse Moses. Nice to have you on. Very good. Again, if you're first joining us, make sure you do go ahead and smash the like button. I'd be so grateful for that. And let's take a look at a specific state. We'll head over to the state of Maryland. It is in Maryland. You have the same playing out in so many other states. Governor Hogan, Larry Hogan, a Republican of the state of Maryland, has said that he will not extend the eviction moratorium because counties have yet to disperse large amounts of money to help renters. He has also said that the foreclosure moratorium has ended, and he doesn't want any landlords losing properties because they can't get rent payments. And he also doesn't want to continue unemployment. That's something that he is against. So let's see here. Okay, so the unemployment, my short answer is no. So yeah, you even had the Maryland Labor Secretary, Tiffany Robinson, told lawmakers just yesterday when asked if people lose their jobs because they refuse to get vaccinated, can they still get unemployment benefits? She said very simply, quote, "My short answer is no." She had said, "I don't believe we have any authority to do that." And so unemployment will definitely not be extended in the state of Maryland unless it is extended on the federal level. And that's what's really the situation that you're having in so many states across the country right now. Of course, the 26 states that have already ended unemployment benefits, although some had to reinstate, the majority of them that were Republican had to end the unemployment benefits early, and they didn't want to participate in the September 6th cutoff date. Those states, people are returning back to work, but you still have a labor shortage. And those are the states predominantly that have low vaccination rates and have high COVID cases. So it is a complicated situation. It is a dire situation for so many millions of Americans in households and families. Luckily, the child tax credit is providing some relief and will continue to provide relief as September 6th cutoff for unemployment. The child tax credit will be paid out monthly until December. So hopefully that gives somewhat of a helping hand, somewhat of a relief, just a bit of a reprieve. But you know, $250, $300 monthly is not anywhere near $300 a week. It is a much different figures that we're dealing with. So we'll be sure to update you guys. We'll be looking very carefully in the coming weeks as the unemployment date does come very close. It is September 6th. This is just a matter of weeks now, not months. And we don't know what's going to happen. There's really speculation on both sides and both arguments, but we really don't know. The press secretary, Jen Psaki, had said that at this point we don't have a decision on that matter, as we covered previously in the unemployment update from a few weeks ago. So we'll be keeping our eyes on the White House. We'll be keeping our eyes on Congress to see if there's any calls, anything whatsoever of people wanting to extend unemployment. You'll be sure to find out first right here on this channel. This is your one-stop shop. If you did enjoy this video, as always, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I'd be so grateful for that. And if you want to see more videos from my channel, if you're brand new here for some reason, make sure you are subscribed. Click that big red button and that little notification bell as well. If you want to get some free stocks, as always, down below in the description of this video, you can get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars. With Webull, you get 2 free stocks. Robinhood, you get a free stock. All on me, all free, just supporting my channel. Use those links down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.